Good morning. Hey, the Mellow Man here. Just on my way home from a client. On the road. In home. The life of a personal trainer, a professional trainer. I help people get back into shape, lose weight. I help people heal their relationships, heal their sickness, illness, and disease. Step out of poverty. Step into their abundance. I help people return to their very best self, which means I've got to be constantly working on my very best self. I've got to follow the best in the world, learn from the best in the world, study, learn, practice, exercise, breathe, detoxify my own self so that I am at my best. Studying, learning, growing, awakening my true self so that I can be as effective as possible for the people that employ me. It's a labor of love for me, an absolute passion. It never goes out in me. It seems to be deeply connected to my root energy. I'm always striving and wanting to present my very best self, to have the greatest experience of life that I can. My soul is awakening. I'm learning how to love myself. I'm learning how to realize and see my true self. I'm unraveling the poor programming that I've had in my life. And as I unravel the stinking thinking, as I get away from the thought and return to my true nature, my spirit self, my passion, my root energy, as I unfood, as I detoxify my body with distilled waters, I'm realizing the truth. Big realization for me this week. Hilton Hutima, what a magical man. A writer, a professor from the 1950s and 60s, pulled on so many great works, scientific efforts of the 1900s, 1800s, recorded so much data of proven facts of people that have lived without food. The unfooding process happens naturally. It's happening naturally to me. 4 days without food. Empty. And realizing that we have so much suppressed energy and emotion, so much blocked energy and emotion in our lives. And it needs to be released. We've got to get away from the shadow. We've got to overcome the trauma. We've got to break through some negative programming that's blocking us from realizing who and what we really are. All of us have negative programming. Let me share with you some of mine. Some of the personal hurdles and challenges I've had in my life. I've dealt with loss. I lost some relationships, first of all. You know, my first love left and didn't explain why. And I thought because of that, that I wasn't really good enough, that I was somehow unworthy. Even before I lost my first love, my father, not blaming my father at all, I understand my father, I accept my father, I love my father for what he did for me with all that he could. I'm just sharing a situation that I recognize now affected me deeply. My father had some financial troubles when he was a 30-something man, a 40-year-old man, I guess, somewhere around there. And he was scared, and I was wanting things and asking for things, as children do, as my children do, just being children, wanting, learning from a world that teaches us that things are joy. And my dad sat me down and explained that he was in some financial problems, and opened up his fear, and it scared me. And it put in me a fear and a lack and limitation around money. So I've had a shadow thought and belief about money in my life. I learned it from my father. That's all that he knew. God bless him. I'm grateful for all that he has done. I'm grateful for even for this lesson, because it's what he knew, and it's what I had to carry on and overcome. And I'm now overcoming it and recognizing my worthiness of wealth and abundance, my worthiness of love. I lost my first love. I lost my second love. I lost my third love. I lost my fourth love. I lost them to other people. I lost a couple of them to their parents that didn't like me because I was a black boy. Poor me, the black boy. My father had a lot of that in his life. He had a lot of upset about it. He shared it. I took it. But I had, grown up in Canada, so I was around and grew up with white people and white friends. All of my friends were basically white. I grew up in Bimbrook and on Hamilton Mountain, which is a white town, not many black kids. There was one black kid in my high school when I was at my high school. Me and somebody else. And I'm very light-skinned, fair-skinned, if you like. So, as a black man, a lot of people don't even realize I'm black. A lot of white people don't consider me black. A lot of black people don't consider me black. I'm not accepted in the white community. I'm not accepted in the black community. However, parents of girlfriends didn't like that their daughter was dating a black boy and didn't let their daughter date a black boy. I had to hide and meet up with them secretly, and I lived all my childhood girlfriends like that. The first 4, 5 of them, something like that. 5 or 6 of them. All the same. None of their parents would accept that their daughter was in love with a black boy and that she wanted to bring a black boy home. The world taught me that black was bad, and that made it hard for me to love my father and my mother the way that I should, because they made me black. Black boys and girls, Your families are divided, and I understand why. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry that the world does that to you. At the same time, the world does other things to women. The world does other things to deaf people and blind people and paraplegics. The world does unjustly things sometimes to Jewish people, to Muslims, to Africans. The world is filled with what seems unjust, but the world is just. Understand that the world is just. To he that has, more shall be given. To he that has not, more shall be taken away. It's your thoughts. If you grew up in a family where you were in a broken family, you chose that experience when you incarnated as a soul. You are a soul having a physical experience, don't forget. Hilton Hotima. As you unfood, as you return to what is natural, as you detoxify, as you return to the energy that is deep within you, you realize you are a spirit. You have no needs. You never lived. Your body never lived. It was always sustained by the energy of the spirit. The spirit needs no food. The energy of the spirit incarnate here, and it never dies. It will never die. It was always alive, and it knew when it came here to have this experience that it was choosing to be black or African or female or paraplegic or deaf or blind. It chose it. There's nothing unfair about it. It chose it to experience it. You chose it. You are the chosen one. You have chosen it to experience it. You are consciousness. You are God. You are godly. You are worthy. You are perfect. Your existence is perfect, perfectly teaching you what you need to learn in the physical world. It's teaching you what you need to learn, and you can wake up in the physical world and realize the illusion that's all around you. As long as you stay angry, black boy, you cannot ever realize who you truly are. I love you, black boy. I love you, little black boy and little black girl, and I understand why you're angry and why your parents are and have been and have taught you that. I don't blame your parents. I don't blame you for being angry. I don't blame you, woman, for being angry. I don't blame you, paraplegic or deaf person or blind person or African or Jew or Muslim. I don't blame you, brown man, Asian man, Pakistani. I don't blame anyone for their anger. They can choose to maintain it if they like. They can choose to maintain their body fat, their poverty. Or they can step into their abundance and they can change their life. However, in order to change your life, you cannot change your life living in the negative emotions. Yes, you have negative emotions. I'm not saying you can't honor them. I have to honor the black little boy, the poor little boy. I have to honor him. I have to feel him. I have to understand him. Intellectually, I have to see why it happened. I have to come to an age where I can recognize what happened, why it happened, why those women didn't accept me, why those women left me. It wasn't because I wasn't worthy, but I had to go down that path of unworthiness and see that holding on to the energy of unworthiness and anger and frustration, and holding on to those energies in my life only create trauma, 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 trauma. As long as you continue to live in the past and maintain your past energies, you will continue to repeat for yourself the same old things. You'll carry that cross. You'll take the pain. You are not needing to be like Jesus Christ. That is not the exemplitude of human existence. Carrying a cross and burden and pain is not a perfect man looking for heaven somewhere else. Heaven can be here with you right now. You can step into heaven. You can step into abundance. There's nothing wrong with wealth. There's nothing wrong with woman. There's nothing wrong with blackness, Muslim, Jewish, Christian, Catholicism. You can see it all. You can see all that you've had. You can see all that you've been. And you can recognize it's all thought. It's all role. It's all attachment. And you are none of it. You are beyond all of it. You are an infinite being having a physical experience. You can wake up to it. And the way to wake up to it is by eating the right foods, by exercising and changing your thoughts and realizing your thoughts. And realizing your thoughts are things, important things. Your thoughts are your words, and your words are important things because your thoughts and your words bind you, trapped as you are, or they free you if you so choose. You can be and do anything that you want to. You can step beyond your current lack and limitation and limited worldview. You can unfood. You can slowly transition from where you are to where you want to go and where you want to be. It's not going to happen overnight, so don't even try to do it overnight. You will fail. I do fail. You will fail. You will have to dust yourself off. You will have to pick yourself up. You will have to have amazing courage. You will have to be ostracized. You will be criticized. You will have lots of people calling you liar and cheat and steal and tell you you're a thief and you have nothing of value. People will do that to you. Do not let them. Dismiss them. Do not stay with them. Do not hang around them, even if they're your brother, your sister, your mother, your father. Get away from them if they're ripping you down. Choose to be around people that are lifting you up and building you up. Put people in your corner that lift you, that build you. It's very important. Choose love for yourself. Give love to yourself. Take time for yourself. Be selfish. You must stop being and doing sometimes and just be. Be mindful. Do it first thing in the morning and at the end of the day. Exercise daily. Move frequently. Move towards live, raw foods. Cut down dead foods in your life. Drink distilled water and distilled waters. They are healing. They will heal you. They will detoxify you. There is much more to you than you realize. There is an entire life of opportunity in front of you. The Malaman, having an incredible unfooding week, clear, very clear about who and what I am, becoming more and more clear every single day. I am love. I am loving you. I am loving me. God bless you. No, God bless you. You are a God. Have yourself a super day.